Do you want to know where the best neighborhoods in Calgary are for you and your family to live? Hey there, my name's Dean Martin. I'm a real estate agent here in Calgary, and I've been helping families find the best communities and neighborhoods for their family for over 30 years. In this video, I'm going to be taking you through all the steps that I would typically take a family that's making a relocation or a move to Calgary. We're going to take a look at budget. We're going to look at, of course, schools, very important. I'm going to show you how you can find the best schools in the neighborhoods that are in your budget, as well as we're going to look at amenities and transportation. So please watch this video. This will help you get a better understanding of Calgary and where the best location would be for you and your family to live. If you're brand new to my channel, please consider subscribing and of course hit that bell. That way you get updated on the very next video. So without further ado, let's get started right after this. All right, so let's take a look at where Calgary is located. Finding the best neighborhood in Calgary has a lot to do with what's going to meet your needs for you and your family. And so understanding where everything is will be helpful for you when deciding. So let's take let's stand back here and take a Google Earth view, I guess, if you will. Calgary is in the southern part of the province of Alberta, and again, we're very close to the Rocky Mountains, as you can see right here in Banff National Park. So that's one of the draws that a lot of people love coming to Calgary or living in Calgary, is because of the proximity to the mountains. So if you love skiing, hiking, outdoors, that kind of thing, Calgary is definitely a city that is wonderful to live in. So, but let's zoom in here and let's take a little closer look and give you a little bit more lay of the land here. Okay, so Calgary is actually surrounded by some smaller towns. So if you do like smaller town living, there are definitely some good options here. So this is west of Calgary, which is Cochrane. So when I'm saying west, so on the west side of Calgary, this takes about 15-20 minutes to get into Cochrane. Just north, due north of Calgary, we have a small town called Airdrie. It's actually its own little city. Very fast growing. I sell lots of homes there. Lots of families choose Airdrie because again, it's really not too far from Calgary, and it's a little bit smaller, not as busy. We have Chestermere Lake, and as you can see, there's a small lake there. If you like lake living, that's where a lot of people will choose. If we go down here south of Calgary, we have Okotoks. Okotoks, again, it's probably more like closer to half an hour away here, 20 minutes to half an hour, just depending on traffic. But definitely a good choice if you want, to be in that small town feel. Okay, so that is the surrounding cities around Calgary and towns. Good things to know about Calgary and where everything's located and how long it takes to get to places. From north to south Calgary, we have the ring road around Calgary. As you can see, it goes all the way around Calgary. They're just finishing up this leg of on the west side of the, it's called Stony Trail, 201, I guess. And so that this is going to be, I think it's probably another year or so before that's done. But the good news is that if you're living in the north and need to get down to south, you can jump on the 201 or the Stony Trail, or you can jump on number 2, which is Deerfoot Trail. As you can see, it's a little bit more windy, takes a little longer to get through. And but from north to south, which is about half an hour drive, so it doesn't take too long. From east to west, this is the number 1, which is the major highway across Canada. And of course, that cuts right through the middle of Calgary. So as you can see, there's some good major thoroughfares to get around Calgary. It is a fairly large city. There's 1.5 million people, I believe, in this area now. So But knowing these roads, which will help you get around Calgary, is really important. So here is the Calgary CTrain or LRT line map. And as you can see here, there's one this is the one that goes up northwest Calgary and along Crowchild Trail. This is the west leg, which again is west side of Calgary and into downtown, and up into the northeast. Again, these are all the different communities where the stations are, and then down south. So this, again, if LRT is important to you, these are the communities that are the closest, and this is maybe somewhere you may be considering to move. So I hope this little map will help with the Calgary CTrain. We also have a whole bus system as well, and again, a lot of people will use a combination of the two. All right, so let's scroll in here, and I'll highlight some of the things about Calgary. Things that might make a difference for you and your family. Let's start up here in North Central. So let's go way up here. Right here in the northeast is the Calgary International Airport. People that fly a lot, they do like living up here, obviously in the north end of Calgary. It's really quite easy to get to the International Airport. Okay, so let's start up here in North Central Calgary. This is a very popular community, Coventry Hills and Country Hills. Right over here is Panorama Hills, and over here is Harvest Hills. So lots of family community here. There's great schools, and as far as, again, getting access to the ring road is really easy now. You just go out here on this particular road here, and you can go either east or west, and you can get access to other parts of Calgary quite easily. Just north of this area, as you can see, this map's a little old. This is actually all filled in with houses now. This is Livingston and Carrington. If you're looking for a new home up in the north, this is where you would go. There's lots of new homes being built up here. If we go over here on Evanston, again, another popular community in the northwest. Sage Hill, Simons Valley, Nolan Hill. Again, lots of new homes have been built over here over the last 5+ years. There's lots of choices for families. Again, if you're looking for communities that have schools within the community, I'm going to be showing you that a little bit later on here on how to find schools that are in these particular communities. All right, so let's carry on. We'll go a little bit further northwest. This Nose Hill Park is very popular. We actually go there and walk our dog usually a few times a week. There's over 11 square kilometers of this natural space. Here you'll see deer. There's lots of wildlife, deer, coyotes, and porcupines and skunks and all sorts of things. So, but it's very popular. There's paths all up in here too. So if you enjoy hiking, that kind of thing, this is really popular. A lot of the communities around Nose Hill Park are older. And so if you're, to be close here, you're going to have to choose a home that is a little bit older. All right, so let's take a little bit further northwest here. Arbor Lake, another popular community. It's popular because the schools are good in here, as well as there's this small little man-made lake. I actually used to live in Arbor Lake, and we loved it. We would go swimming, obviously, in the summertime, and then they actually stock this little lake with trout. So if you like fishing, you can jump on one of the boats that they provide, and you can go fishing. So lots of fun for the family, and definitely a popular community. Rocky Ridge and Royal Oak, Tuscany, these are all very popular Northwest communities. This 1A is actually, it's Crowchild Trail, and along Crowchild Trail, the LRT line is here. So this line will actually take you into downtown Calgary. So very popular here for people that work downtown. They'll basically take a bus or get over to the LRT station, jump on the train, and get into downtown. Tuscany is a nice mixture of homes as well. So there's you know, kind of your entry level detached homes right up into luxury homes. Some of these areas right around here will have some spectacular west views of the mountains. So if you like views, that kind of thing, this is definitely a popular community to look in. All right, so as we go further south here, we cross again the Bow River, which cuts through Calgary here. This is all west side, so we've got West Springs, we've got Aspen Woods. Aspen Woods is a it's definitely a luxury home type of community. The pricing there starts probably around that 800,000, and then we'll go into the multiple millions. So this is where a lot of you're going to find a lot of luxury homes on the west side of Calgary. You'll also find a lot of the private schools. There's a few private schools up in this area as well. So if you're looking for that type of location, west side of Calgary is definitely an area you want to take a look at. Let's scoot over here a little bit more in the center. This is downtown Calgary. So this is the core. As you can see, the river runs right on the edge of it. Princess Island Park is right here. A beautiful park if you want to, you know, again, just enjoy walking around. You can sort of see here. It's a beautiful place to go, and a lot of people visit there, of course, and use that. Okay, we'll scoot over here again, more to the west side. This is part of the ring road that's coming through here, which is all connected now. This will take you over into really southwest and more central south part of Calgary. Over here, a lot of these communities like Haysboro, Southwood, excuse me, Canyon Meadows, these are all older neighborhoods, Acadia, and you're going to see a lot more of these homes have been redeveloped. And so if you find one of these homes and they have been renoed and redeveloped, the pricing actually goes up fairly high because of the proximity into downtown. You're closer, so the values are definitely higher. And of course, if it is renovated, then the values definitely hold. So the lots are also a lot bigger in some of these older communities. The newer communities, the majority of the lots for where the houses are, they're a lot smaller. And so if you're looking for that larger lot, definitely want to look at maybe some of these older communities. All right, so we go a little further south here. This is Fish Creek Park. This is a really nice park to go walking and hiking in. So if you're up in these communities, a lot of these people really enjoy that part of the city. So over here we got Evergreen and Bridlewood. Those are going to be the newer communities in this little area here. Millrise, Shaughnessy, Somerset, those are going to be a little bit older communities. And the homes are going to be obviously a little older there. But again, these have been around for a while and are very popular to families, very family-oriented communities. This is McLeod Trail, which is kind of separates, again, Calgary on the east and west. So, you know, this McLeod Trail will actually lead right into downtown. Very popular is the southeast part of Calgary. There's quite a few new homes getting built up in this area. If you look here, this is South Campus Hospital. This is a very large hospital and is, of course, making this a very good area to live. So we've got Seaton, we've got Mahogany, we've got Auburn Bay. Mahogany's up over here. This is, again, man-made lakes, but lots of beautiful homes, luxury homes up in this area. Same with Auburn Bay. It's around the lake. There's some, you know, some beautiful homes. Cranston is very popular as well. You know, good schools, good entry-level homes in Cranston, and then there's lots of move-up homes. Down here along the Bow River, This is actually an estate type area. So when you come down the hill, you'll see right away there's a lot of $1 million luxury homes all in through here as well. So this is called Riverstone. So definitely very popular if you have a budget closer to $1 million or over $1 million and looking for a luxury home. All right, so let's go a little further north here. Mackenzie Town is very popular as well. And we've got Copperfield, and what else have we got here? We got Mackenzie Lake, which is on this side. This is actually an older area, and but again, very popular. There's some beautiful homes along the ridge here. You'll be able to get some beautiful views out to the west of Calgary. Okay, so let's go a little further here. We're going to go to the east part of Calgary. So east part of Calgary is probably, now this is all industrial through here. So we've got to go a little bit further north. And then you're going to get into like Forest Lawn, Radisson Heights, Marble Park, Marlborough. Now this is probably the least expensive homes in Calgary. It also has the highest crime rates in here, so definitely want to keep that in mind if that's important to you, as you don't want to be in a high crime area. You may not want to take a look at this, even though it's more affordable. So just keep that in mind. As we go up here in the northeast part of Calgary, we're up by the airport again. These are all older communities here, but as we go further north, Saddle Ridge, and there's some newer areas here, and then the most newest would be the Skyview Ranch up all through here. So again, a lot of people are choosing this. Again, it's good access to the Stony Trail and to get around Calgary. So definitely more affordable homes in this particular part of Calgary. Okay, so that's Calgary kind of in just a quick run through where things are in Calgary and kind of how it's laid out. Obviously, everybody has different needs, and so if you want more specific recommendations based on your family's requirements, I do invite you to give me a call. You can call me, email me, text me, and I'd be more than happy to share my knowledge of which communities or which neighborhoods would best suit you and your family based on your budget and your requirements. Again, I interview with people all the time, and I've been helping people for over 30 years find the best place to live in Calgary. All right, so let's jump into how to find schools in Calgary. It's a question I get a lot from families making a move to Calgary. And of course, they want to know where are my kids going to go to school? Are they going to get bused? Do they walk? That kind of thing. So there's a good website here for the Calgary Board of Education. If you go here and then select Find a School, I'm going to show you how this works. They have a really good little interface tool here where you can start off to kind of see which communities have schools in them. Now, one of the things that you want to keep in mind is that each community has a designated school for that particular community. If you want to know exactly, based on a home address, this is where you'd put the address in. So you'd stick the exact address in, and then because some of the communities have border lines and stuff within the community, so you definitely want to, once you get closer to a home that you're considering, definitely want to come in here and put that address in here, and then it'll let you know which schools are the designated schools for that particular location. But let's do a broader search here. So let's search by community. So we talked a little bit about different parts of Calgary here. So let's just use up here in North Calgary since it's popular. And let's say you're considering a home in Coventry Hills. So you go in here and search by community. So we're going to go here and select Coventry. Okay, as you can see, since we selected Coventry Hills, these are the designated schools, and they have two elementary schools. They have, of course, the middle school and then the high school. So I do know specifically up in Coventry Hills, there's actually a new high school getting built, so that will be also on here for high school, so it'll definitely be closer. So that's why it's important to, kind of know a little bit more about what's happening in those communities regarding schools. So, and again, some of the families have kids in, some in elementary and then some in junior high, that kind of thing. So it's, again, here you'll be able to find out exactly which school will be designated for your child. All right, so let's take even a closer look here. So if you come in here and click the actual school, it's going to open up the school website and some more details that are important for you to know. It'll tell you how many, which grades, how many kids are in that particular grade already. If you scroll down even further, you'll see here is the actual map of the boundaries for that particular school. So this is really important, again, because you might be in Coventry over here, like underneath here, if you can see where I'm clicking. You want to make sure that you're not thinking that you're going to go to this school where you actually may be going to the other elementary school. So really important to click into these links, and then you can learn more about it. And again, if you want to go to the actual school website, you would click here. Okay, so here we got Coventry Hills School. If you want to learn more about that particular school, and it is really good to kind of come in here and then read around. The principal's message is really important. And then again, if you have more questions, you can always call the school as well. And here, if you want to learn more about any particular fees or additional fees or busing, that kind of thing, it's right in here. Like, you just go under registration and then you can see what that particular school has regarding fees, etc. So, all right, so that really gives you a good overview of how to use this particular tool to find schools. Obviously, there's a Catholic school board. You would need to go into their websites as well, and you can research again where their schools are located. And again, their system isn't quite as slick as the Calgary Board of Education, but yeah, definitely finding a school is really important for most families. So once again, I'm here to help, and if you do need some help, feel free to reach out, and I'd love to, again, show you the best homes for you and your family in the correct neighborhood based on what you need and your budget. So that pretty much wraps up what I'm going to share today. So if you have any specific questions, feel free to reach out. I'd love to hear from you. Again, contact me directly, or if you want to leave a message in the message below, please do that. All my contact information is in the description, and I'd love to hear from you. All right, thanks for watching, and have a great day.